What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. It is episode number 44. Man, what a win in that last game. 4-2 victory over Spurs as Hassan, the wonder kid, had his finest hour in an Ipswich Town shirt, getting the better of Hendrick and Tottenham Hotspur to make sure we stay in the title race. You have 8 games to go. The gap is still 3. We are not letting the Gunners go, and we faced them today at Portman Road in what could be a title decider. I mean, maybe, based on how tight it's been, you never know. But yeah, we've got third and first place today. First Brighton at home, and then Arsenal at home as well. And sandwiched in between those games, both legs of our Europa League quarter-final, home and away against German side Frankfurt, and we'll try and finish up with Manchester United at Old Trafford. So, loads of games to get through heading into today's episode, with players dropping like flies. Jake O'Brien injured, only a bruise, but he'll miss this game here against Brighton in a massive one, as we try and make sure this title race stays at 2 horse and not 3 horse against Brighton Hove Albion, and keep pace with the Gunners and hope for a slip up from Arteta's side. First game, Brighton at home. Come on, let's switch down. Yeah, I wouldn't rule Brighton out. I mean, I think they could still get in this title race, but put it this way, it's definitely over for them if they lose this one here. They've got such a good team, you know, Dovbyk, João Neves, and Onana. You know, just a great mix of players. So I'm not actually surprised that they've done as well as they have. And as we know, they start off with some great young talent as well, as Delap almost headed us into an early lead. And I said, if there was ever a season for like a non-top 16 to win the title, it's this year. Us and Brighton have been in the race all season long. I think only one of us will be in it come the end of this game, though, and hopefully it will still be us as Inacio heads it over the bar. Enzo Fernandez, Arda Güler, Pedro Porro. What a team, man. Honestly, it's not one bit surprising they've done so well. It's been so well built in this save. And hence why them being in second shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone, really. But, if it does finish all square today, I have to be honest, I think at that point it's Arsenal's to throw away. Say they win their game at the same time as us, I think it's against Bournemouth. They'll be going even further clear of both us and Brighton, and I think that'll be over. Even if we beat them, we'll still be behind them. A draw here is a disaster for both of us and Brighton, but a magical result for the Gunners, and as things stand, that's what it's going to be. I think it's Arsenal's. I think it is going to be Arsenal's. Brighton do find a winner. I mean, yeah, I think they will. Hold on. Come on! I think the only way we win this title is we win every game. I genuinely believe that, including against Arsenal in our next league fixture. The only way we win this championship is if we with a 100% record to end the season. Delap and David looking like season 2, combining for the opener, and we take a massive, and I mean massive, lead with 23 to play. See this out, and Brighton's hopes of winning the title are all but over. But ours will still be on. And well in, son. Well in. He's had a good game out there today. And it's over. It's over. This is going in. It's game. It's over. And Ipswich Town are staying in the title race. You know, at one point I said 11 teams could win the title. It's down to 2. Like in wacky races, certain teams, certain cars, they fall off towards the end. Ipswich have not. Arsenal, we are going nowhere. And the title race continues. Don't lose the clean sheet. Don't lose the clean sheet. Because of how tight it is, again, it could come down to goal difference. And so, there goes the clean sheet. Pedro Porro gets Brighton a consolation, but he's not even going to pick the ball up, because he knows as soon as we kick off, the ref is going to blow for the full-time whistle. And the clean sheet goes right towards the end. But what doesn't go are the 3 points. Yep, there's no doubt about it now. It's a 2-horse race for the title. It remains incredibly tight, but does it remain at 3 points? Or did Arsenal finally have a slip up for the first time in a long time? Lord knows we need a favour. Let's see if we've got one. Yep, here we go. Moment of truth, I believe, as the boys look exhausted out there. We're playing on the same day. We are. We were the lunchtime kickoff, so we'll find out how they get on as soon as we get to the main menu. Please, Bournemouth, please tell me you do us a favour there. Endorse it. I'll be so grateful, Mr. Andoni. Okay. It must have finished a 1-1 draw. There it is, 1-1 draw, and it means that the gap is 1. And it means if we beat Arsenal at Portman Road, we will be top by 2 with 6 to play and destiny in our own hands. Thank you very much, AFC Bournemouth. But before we get there, I mean, the games don't get any easier and they don't get any less important. Yep, following contest, Europa League, quarter-final, first leg, taking on Eintracht Frankfurt. This one being at Portman Road as well. And I've said it, I genuinely believe we are probably the favourites to win the whole competition, if not one of the favourites. But I don't think these guys will be an easy opponent to face because they'll fancy themselves to go all the way as well. Eintracht Frankfurt in the quarterfinals at Portman Road as we aim to keep our league and European double dreams alive. Let's get a solid first leg result. Step to Germany. Come on, Ipswich Town. Easy. Oh my word, what a goal. What a goal. And Eintracht Frankfurt have the lead. Well, I said we're favourites, but there's not a lot we can do about that. Wow. I was thinking, why is he taking it on from there? There's your answer. Gonzalo comes across, and from 26 yards, I mean, Marcin's a heck of a keeper, but you can have Bulka and Muric in for that. Neither are getting anywhere near it. Frankfurt have the lead, and Ipswich are behind at home again in a quarter-final tie with their favourites. It's not boding well. It's Hassan. Almost found our leveller. We said it in the last episode with the difficulty of this year's FC being so much greater, oh no, than before. Even just winning one trophy is going to take some serious doing. Even as a 5-star team like we are, Bulka with the save, and James Garner is going to hoof it away for the final action of the first half. Honestly, I don't know when that first major honour is going to be won, because if it's not this season, we have a great opportunity to win the FA Cup, favourites for the Europa League, and destiny technically be in our own hands now to win the Premier League, I still think we might end up with nothing come the end of the season. The difficulty this year is incredible. To think we had a shot at a treble so recently. I would not be surprised if we end up with nothing, genuinely. It's incredible how much difficult this game has become. And good. Like, seriously good. I mean, you go back about 10 years ago, I could take, like, you know, the worst side in the Premier League to a Champions League final in 3 years. It's not like that anymore. It really isn't, you know. And it does mean if we do win something, we're going to be absolutely buzzing. Oh, Hassan, go all the way, son. Go all the way. I love that, man. How often do we say about this? That little move there from Liam Delap in the middle to make that covering defender thing, it doesn't show up in the stat sheet. Delap doesn't get an assist for that. But without him being there, we don't get that goal. We often talk about it. With advanced analytics, you can see this more now. But without Delap making that covering defender thing, do I come across or do I stay with Liam? We don't get that goal. Moses, who is third in as many games, Ipswich level it, and now let's go win it, come on. Got Arsenal on the weekend in the biggest game of the season, and I was hoping by now I could have taken some of my starters off, but I haven't made a change, because we're tied at 1-1, and we literally cannot afford to lose this first leg going back to Germany. A win will be huge though, so Hassan splits through Hutchinson, Delap's at the far post. I thought for a second I was going to mess it up, come on! Liam Delap completes the turnaround and Ipswich lead heading into the final 12 minutes. Good, over a second I really thought I messed up. I was thinking, Liam, don't you dare stray offside there. And once again, covering defender, not sure whether to come across or not. In the end gets caught in two minds, does neither, and Delap turns in the cutback. 13 to play, what a huge turnaround. Got to see this out now. I mean, those are really, really poor goals to concede. From a Frankfurt perspective, they'll look back at that and say, how on earth did we allow those simple goals? As Bay, off the bench, gets his first of the season to wrap it up. Nothing cheap about that one, no. Just a nice little ball through and finish. And the South Korean, who we barely see these days, normally only features in garbage time, but there's nothing garbage about that. It's giving us a 2-goal cushion as the turnaround complete. And we head to Frankfurt with a 2-goal lead. 2 poor goals and then a nice one at the end. Ipswich head to Germany with a big advantage. 3 straight wins in all competitions for the Tractor Boys, and that FA Cup knockout to West Ham now looking like a distant memory. If there was ever a time to go into this, it's right now. The biggest game of the season, and I would probably say as well, the biggest game of the save. Arsenal at Portman Road on match day 32, where the gap at the top is only 1 point. It means if we win it, we'll go 2 clear and have destiny in our hands with 6 games to go. If the Gunners win, it's a 4-point gap, and with 6 to play, I think it will be a Mikel Arteta Arsenal Premier League Championship. It's the biggest game of the season. It's the biggest game of the save. Ipswich Town versus Arsenal in what could possibly be, and let's be honest, will probably be, a title decider. Come on, Ipswich Town. So I've got Adley on the bench for this game, but I don't know whether he'll feature. The odd thing is, like, pre-game I was trying to select him, and actually I might be able to show you now as well. Pre-game I was trying to select him to start ahead of the lab. And it will let me do it now, but it wouldn't let me start him. So I could bring him off the bench, but I can start him. That's so strange. Yeah, I literally, like, I tried to select him, and it was like, yeah, one of your players is injured, and therefore he can't be substituted. And I was like, substituted? The game hasn't even started yet. Do you know what I mean? But, anyway, he's there, and I can bring him on if I want to for the first time in months. But, hopefully, with the boys right now doing the job, without Adley and Georgie, we won't need him. I guess we'll see. There's Martinelli. Holds off Christiansen. Rolls it inside. There's Dominic. And it's the worst possible start. The ex-Liverpool midfielder with the finish. Arsenal lead. And okay, alright, down by a goal. But whatever you do, do not panic, man. I often say the silver lining to conceding early, clock's your friend. Long way to go. Just don't panic. Because there's plenty of time. To turn the tide. Come on. We discussed it throughout the course of the save, really, haven't we? You know, like, just because you had a poor start doesn't mean it needs to stay that way. You've got it within your power. Oh, Cody, what a chance. What a chance. One extra pass. Oh, Addison with the save. Washington seemed to slice that. Well, maybe it took a deflection, but yeah, we've turned this game on its head now in terms of momentum. Now all we need is to go to get us back on level terms. And if we keep this up, I feel confident we'll get it. 5 to go before the half as we still find ourselves down despite looking the better team out there. Oh, what a goal that would have been from Liam. And that's why I'm not panicking. I mean, we've got a whole second half to play. We're not even 50% of the way through the game yet. We keep this up, I'm sure we will get a goal. It's literally all Ipswich Town right now. Oh, Mudryk, what a jink! What a jink! What a jink! Mudryk! Glorious! As Ipswich level it, and like I said, just don't panic. Just because you had a bad start doesn't mean you can't turn it around. What a goal from Mudryk. Whoops, see you later. Absolutely beautiful little turn. And to finish the match as well. Now that was glorious, honestly. Nice little jink there to beat his man. And you don't often see that. Like, normally, if you're going to beat a defender, you need to be like, oh, come on, Riff, that is soft, mate. You need to, you see me going to fourth official there as well. You can tell it's getting tense. You need a 1-2 or a skill move. Sometimes it's literally just a simple case of changing direction quickly and showing off that agility. As Saka goes for goal, Bulka seemed to lose sight of the ball, but did palm it behind. 40 to play, and it's 1-1. But I do think someone is going to win this. Oh, off the line by Onana. And turn behind for another corner. Yep, someone's going to win this. This game has swung like a pendulum in terms of momentum. I mean, honestly, Arsenal had the lead. Then it was all Ipswich. We found a leveller. And now it's all Arsenal. It's been a great game as Bulka pushes away the shot by Dominic. But with 20 to go, it's one of those moments where it's like stick or twist. You know, keep the gap as it is right now, or go for a win. Arsenal will probably be pleased to get the draw here. But if they do get a win and go 4 clear, I think it's over. This is a massive, massive moment in the season. Oh, as that shot goes just wide. Xavi Simons to João Mario. Arsenal going for this here. Davis does really well. Really well. Keep going. Oh, yeah. How's your cross, mate? Oh, no, 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 no. No, what's happened there? No, what's happened there? He's all alone. I don't just happened there? He was all alone. For the second time in a row we face Arsenal. We've lost it to death. What on earth happened there? Completely alone. Defence goes walkies. Bulker beaten. Arsenal never won the title. Honestly, someone must have been playing him on because... Delivery! Washington across the goal, but no one's there to turn it in. It's over. The game is over. I think the title is over. And Arsenal are taking a 4-point gap with 6 to play. I think it's over. I think it is all over. Someone must have been playing him on, whether it was Gonzalo or Onana. I'm not too sure, but it is game over. And I think it might be title over. Arsenal are surely going to win the Premier League Championship. I can't believe for the second game in a row we've lost against them in the final minutes. Heartbreak. I can't believe it. The second game in a row that bloody regen has scored a game winner in the final seconds. Rafael de Souza. Whose regen is it then? Take your pick. Whose regen is it? Or is it a pre-gen of Martinelli? Because we know that pre-gens are really common in this. I think it actually might be a pre-gen of Gabriel Martinelli. The tractor stopper, Rafael de Souza, 2 games in a row. And I think now, you look at the table there, 4-point gap, I think it's over. I think it's over, 6 games to go. We won't give up, we'll fight till the end, but we're going to need a miracle to be Premier League champions now. But as for the Europa League, this is definitely winnable, no doubt about that. We had a 2-goal lead heading back to Frankfurt in Germany. Keep a clean sheet tonight or concede no more than 1. And we'll be into our second European semi in 2 years. Let's get the job done and bounce back here. Come on, Ipswich Town. We have 6 games to go and we need Arsenal to slip up twice. I mean, it took a long time before they even had a slip up against Bournemouth. Before that, they were on an amazing winning run. So yeah, it's over. It's definitely over now. And of course, we will fight until the end. But honestly, I think we might end up trophyless. I mean, a goal down here in Germany, 15 minutes in. We're bottling it. No other way of putting it than that. Absolutely bottling it. Okay, for the tractor boys, and Mudryk is gonna float this one towards that far post. It's headed back into play. Moses, can you win it? No. And there's another injury. It's the lap's just gone down. The lap's just gone down, and another injury. Psychologically, we've gone. We've totally lost it. We've absolutely lost our control. You know, you've heard of the phrase "losing the dressing room," and there are times where psychologically a team just starts to lose all belief. I think a couple of years ago, I remember when Arsenal got over the title against Man City, and I remember there was a game that they dropped a couple of points. Mr. Lap is denied. And Man City were gaining steam. They were turning into that win machine that they always do. And they took on Southampton at the Emirates. And they were like 2-0 down in 20 minutes. And you could just tell psychologically they lost control. And it's exactly how we're feeling right now. The nervous faces in the away end also showed on the pitch and in the dugout. We've completely lost our control. Yeah, I'm a firm believer that sport is as much psychological as it is tactical, technical and physical. Oh, come on! And sometimes you need a cool head and someone to stand up and say, "Get me the ball and I will guide us through the storm." And you wouldn't think you'll be the youngest man on the pitch and the wonder kid. But a coming of age display from Moses Hassan recently, with a huge goal to restore the cushion and possibly send us into the Final Four. Bailed out by the kid. Honestly, it's amazing. When you think about the cool heads required, normally that's when you look to the leaders, the seniors, the ones with experience, the ones that have been here before, the ones that will say, "Don't worry about it, kids. I'll shepherd us through." But instead, Moses Hassan cuts it across for the dagger, and Ipswich Town are going to the semis. The Wonder Kid excelling in these past few games a goal, an assist, and the tractor boy survived the scare. I don't think there's any denying it now. To win the title, we would need an absolute miracle. But in Europe, after conceding early, everyone's thinking Ipswich have lost it, they've bottled it, and they're going out here in Germany. But instead, the lap's winner was only because of Moses' fantastic leveller and the assist he provided as well. Ipswich through to the semis. The question is though, how bad was the injury for the lap, as he picked up a knock during the game as well? I mean, Adley came on for the final few minutes there, so I think he'll be fully fit for the following game. Georgie's returning to training as well, so if the lap is done for a few weeks, at least we know, as Torino, Union Berlin and Braga, of course we faced two of those three teams in the league phase, have made the semis. We'll see how bad it is for Delap, and then we'll do the draw. 3 unread emails, here we go. Liam Delap is done for the season with a broken toe, and we will not see him again. So his winner sends us through. Well, it was the dagger we were going through anyway, but we won't see him for the semis and the final league games. And in the semis, we'll advance one day. That should do it. We've got in the final 4 Torino, who we faced in the league phase, and we face again. The Italian side in the semi-finals. Bring them on. And that's actually directly after Manchester United. So I was going to play one more after our trip to Old Trafford. Instead, I'll save both legs for the next episode, home and away. And going into that game at Old Trafford as well, on the Saturday, Arsenal were playing before us. So, well, we know now we will need a miracle to win the title. And if they didn't slip up and won once again, that is it. They will certainly be champions. Did they slip up? 7 points. I said they drew. They drew. 7. I don't know, they won. Oh no, of course, because they slipped up before against Bournemouth. Okay, it's over. It's over. Win against Chelsea, 7 gap. It's over. It's Arsenal's title. So Manchester United away at Old Trafford will do our absolute best to at least try and keep us in the race. But for our final game today, we know we need a win and we need a miracle with 6 to play. Our game in hand away at Old Trafford failed to win, and it is for sure Arsenal's championship. Just got to do our job and do our best and hope for the best. Come on, Ipswich Town. So a bit of a nothing first half, really, as the second half gets underway. Still dead up to 0-0. We know the title's gone. We know it's Arsenal. 7-point gap. And again, we got this our game in hand, but come on, it would need a miracle for us to win the championship from here. And I might be a man of God, but I think even the Almighty has his limits. As Brian probably is denied, and it just deflects behind for a corner. Still tied at 0-0. Heading into this second half, and yeah, forget it, man. It's all on the Europa League now. It is all on the Europa League. Garner through the gap, and there's another injury. As Adley gets us in front with half an hour to go. But another, I think that was Amari who went down. Another, do you know what? If we go and win the Europa League, it might not be the Premier League that we really wanted. It might only be 1 trophy out of 3. But give us some credit, because the injuries we've had this season have been ludicrous. Practically every outfield player at some point in our starting 11 has had an injury. There's another one. Hutchinson now going down, as Ipswich have the lead. Charles Manchester United across the middle. Comes Bulker, well claimed, son, well claimed. I think that's probably going to do it. It's going to be a, to be fair, impressive win at Old Trafford with limited chances. Adley's first goal back since the long layoff as well. And we'll say to Arsenal, we ain't going to give up. We ain't going to give up. We know it will take a miracle to be champions, but bigger deficit to be made up in short spaces of time. Actually, that's probably not true, but at least we have a very slim chance remaining. Double M with the dagger. It's game, it's over, and okay, back-to-back wins on the back of the big loss. It's basically over, but not completely. And as we'll end by seeing how bad the Amari Hutchinson injury is. Not a regular starter anymore in this team, but still someone that does put a shift in when he plays. We'll see the injury and we'll end it there as we cut the gap on Arsenal back to 4 points, knowing it's not over yet, as Hutchinson is now done for the season alongside Morgan and Delap as well. And in an injury-plagued season, it looks as though the curse will continue until the very end. But have a fantastic day, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode, the penultimate one of Season 5, where we'll have both legs of our Europa League semi against Torino, home and in away in Italy, with a chance of making our first European final of the save, and we'll also do 3 of the final 4, 4 of the final 5 league games, or maybe 3 of the final 4, and save the final day to the next episode, where there's still a chance. 4-point gap, 5 games to go. It's not over yet. It's still possible. And in the next episode, we'll play most of Final 5, just trying to put the pressure on and make Arsenal overthink. Hopefully. You never know. Have a fantastic day, guys. Much love to you, and I will see you for the next episode very soon.